And welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another day, the final day of ESL Masters Summer 2023 America's Closed Qualifier. It's been a long weekend that is coming to an end. Many players have come, they've gone, they've qualified, they've been eliminated, and now we are here for the land of the North and South Americas. I'm your host, Light VIP. With me, I'm currently alone. Maybe I'll be joined by someone else as time goes by. We will see what happens. But for the time being, we are here, and exclamation mark B. The bracket is stacked. The bracket is insane. The bracket. Oh god, the bracket is crazy. Oh my god, I am tempted to transition over to that scene, but we already have our first match here. We have a lot of Ducklings and ex-Ducklings, and I wish them all the best of luck. I'm biased. Erik, Ryu, Dolan, Patty Mac. I want them all to qualify. I want them all to do well, but there are some team kills. There are some team kills, Poppy. Not like this. Before we get into any of that, though, we are starting off with a ZvZ. We are starting off with Erik versus eGGz. Let's go. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the best player in all of Colombia, Papi, representing Platinum Heroes. It is eGGz. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have one of the best Zerg players in all of Latino America, representing the CranKy Ducklings, the Brazilian Zerg. He just 2-1'd dark a week ago. It is Erik. Going for a 15 pool. And yeah, things are about to get really hot, really intense, real sweaty. Tears will be had. Smooge, Poppy, smooge. So I recommend you guys to look at the bracket, see all the matches that are going on right now. There are a lot of English casters as well. There's myself, there's Zombie Grub, there's Fear Dragon, there's Renegade X Studios, I believe. Maybe Steadfast and Chicken Man are out there as well. I'm uncertain, but there are a lot of games going on right now, all at the same time. We have decided to go for this one because it's a ZvZ, and of course, one of the Ducklings is involved as well. Erik is one of our own. If you were here yesterday at around this time, you would have seen Ryu go into the late game against Protoss and excel in the late game, and in the end qualify for the closed qualifier. I will want to catch up with Ryu in a little bit later on in the bracket, I believe. The most upsetting thing is it was a pool first, so we do have a couple of lings coming across the map for eGGz. For Erik. Meanwhile, eGGz did go. Oh my, he's going gasless. He's crazy. Wait, what? Okay, I need it. We can talk about the bracket later on. We gotta talk about the game. So things are rushing across the map here for Erik. Meanwhile, across the map, we do see lings already on the way defensively as well. Queens. This is a very defensive opener here, going gasless, so we have enough money not just for 2 queens, but also for a spine crawler as well. eGGz expecting cheese, but it's just a pull first. So Erik, he dips in with his lings, but there was no early gases taken from him, so he just dips in, just forces a reaction out of eGGz, and will dip on out of there. eGGz, I imagine, will cancel this spine crawler. I don't know if he's going to finish it. We'll see. As yeah, eGGz has been able to handle this quite well. The spine crawler will finish, and because of all this delay, because of the gasless opener here, eGGz will have to catch up later on. He will most likely be skipping link speed and going straight into roaches, or straight into 2-base lair. I mean 2-base meter. We'll see. One or the other. Meanwhile, Erik is doing a great job of just hunting down the overlords, just being a little bit of a nuisance here to eGGz, getting whatever value he can. Do have a bit of a link out coming in from eGGz as well. He's able to confirm the opener, and oh, I love this. We have been saving our gas. Erik doesn't go for link speed, he goes straight for the roach warren. Meanwhile, across the map, we're taking 2 gases here. eGGz has to catch up, whether it's to go into 2-base lair or roaches or what have you. You are quite behind in the gas. Quite behind indeed. Oh. And from here, eGGz basically went for a very safe opener. I mean, he has 4 queens. Like, he is so insanely safe against any kind of link flood, any kind of Bane bust. This is great for eGGz in a way. On the other hand, though, it does mean that, again, the rest of his tech is going to be a little bit delayed. He's playing, in a way, overly safe. Maybe it's worth it against Erik, because look what he's doing. We got a fast roach one. We got roaches on the way. Erik has seen the influx of queens. He's aware of what's going on. He doesn't care. He's Erik. And Erik has no fear. Where are the copy pastas in the chat for El Kangaroo, papi? Looks like we're going to be waiting a little bit here. Link speed is on the way. Roaches are being banked up here back at home. The Lings as well. Erik is getting ready for one massive push. eGGz is getting ready to receive. Queens are dealing with the overlords as well. Roaches do reveal themselves, but the Lings have not. The Lings are being banked up. We're waiting here for Link speed. Here we go. We're sending everything across the map. eGGz, can he hold? He has one spine. He's got 4 queens between his 2 bases. He has a defensive Lings and defensive roaches on the way, but does he have the numbers? That is the question. eGGz has been droning. He doesn't have as much gas. Already the Evo Chamber is taking a couple of hits here on the front lines. Roaches have arrived. Oh my god. But so far, the transfuses are looking pretty good. What about the vials? +1 range is denied. We see Erik trying to push his way through, but the Lings are revealed. Link speed kicking in for both players here. The vials. Ooh. A little bit of friendly fire there from Erik, and without his Lings to buffer, it looks like he is being forced back. It looks like eGGz may just barely have enough. We have Ling reinforcements. We have reinforcements, Mati. Ah. The Ravagers are about to finish up. The boys are being pulled as well. Oh. Only 2 drones going down. Tanking up a lot of shots there. Erik is forced back. And Erik is working on carapace. He's still sending Lings, by the way. He's still flooding Lings across the map. He sees the run by here on the right-hand side. He is aware of what is coming his way. He does pull back with his army. eGGz is going for a faster lair. Erik, not so much. I think Erik is going to be going for another big push. Oh, the Roach Warren. We don't have enough energy for transfuse. Up, up. The Roach Warren will go down. At the same time, we have that Ling run by, but Erik is back at home to defend. The 3rd base is on the way. This has been scouted, but again, Erik, I don't think he wants to drone. He does not. He's crazy. He's just still making more roaches off of 29 drones. Originally 30. And eGGz has to be very careful not to drone. Right now, he cannot make any more roaches. He's just making Lings to defend. Rebuilding that Roach Warren. And Erik is droning. There we go. It took a while. It did take a while, but he is droning. He is down when it comes to the lair timing, though. The lair, that's it. And because we have a faster lair, eGGz, he goes straight into the Spire. Oh boy, Erik is on a bit of a timer here. He is on a timer. Biles, going to be connecting, taking down another Overlord. At the same time, Ling counterattack is going to be hitting this 3rd base. Erik has to show his hand. The fact that he is not droning. Ling reinforcements have to deal with this. Up. Some very cheeky Ling micro going back and forth there. Queen in trouble. At the same time, Erik is just sending everything across the map once again for, what is this, wave 3? Take that Roach Warren. Oh, the Overlords! Supply blocking eGGz. Oh boy, the Spire's going to finish, but he's not going to be able to make anything. Here we go. Erik has dealt with the Ling run by. He's here once again on the front lines. He could even go for the Roach one if he wants to, but no, he wants the Roaches. He gets us around. And he gets the Biles. Ooh, the Biles are dodged for the most part, and Erik is running out of steam here. There are too many Roaches defensively for eGGz. eGGz is holding. Or is he? There's a lot of Lings. There's a lot of Lings, Papi. These queens are so underrated as well. They've been able to transfuse so desperately here to keep everything alive. eGGz forces Erik back. Erik wants to keep going, Papi. He wants to keep going. He has to. He has been able to drone up, but here we go. 4 mutas are on the way, and these mutas are going to change the entire dynamic of this game. eGGz, he's moving out with his army. He has the momentum right now. Erik is going to try his hardest to hold on. But this is the win condition that eGGz did need. Lings go for a scout. A bit of a late scout. The Spire has been spotted. Oh, Queens are started. We gotta start the Queens, Papi. We need them. Spores are on the way as well, but the mutas are out. They have been revealed. They're diving on top of whatever they can, whether it be Overlord, Queen, a drone. And they're going for the drones. And Erik doesn't have many to begin with. He's just rushing across the map with everything he has, hoping that maybe eGGz doesn't have enough to defend. Looking at this tab, eGGz has he's got roaches. Got plenty of roaches, mate. Roaches are revealing themselves. I mean, Erik does have that Ravager to add a little bit of extra DPS, but the mutas come in, the mutas clean up, and with the power of the muta, I think that's just it, mate. Erik is droning, which is cool. He has queens, but I mean, eGGz can just counterattack with roaches, and Erik just doesn't have it. He just doesn't have an army. That was all he had. Ooh. And eGGz with a much more defensive style overall, a defensive outlook on this game on life, is going to be able to go for the counter attack. The boys are being pulled, the queens are brought to the front lines as well, but there's just not enough energy for transfuse either. eGGz is going to be looking to take the very first game here of this series of the ESL America's Closed Qualifier, ESL Masters even, America's Closed Qualifier. Ooh, and this is scary, because it's a best of 3, not a best of 5. GG gets called, and eGGz takes game number 1. GG. Ooh. Mate, this is gonna get intense. It's gonna get crazy, Poppy, crazy. Ay, ay, ay. Oh boy. Again, I do think that it was a wise choice for eGGz to open up the way that he did, to open up Giga defensively with 4 queens with a spine crawler. It makes sense just because of Erik's aggressive tendencies overall. It does make a lot of sense. Oh boy. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how Erik can respond here. I do think he can come back, but because it's a best of 3, very little room for error. Very little room. Oh. Catching up, man. Catching up. See, Orsis in the chat. How many coffees, Red Bulls, or Monsters have you drunk? I haven't drunk any coffee or Monsters or energy drinks. I have tea though. I have some tea right here. Staying awake isn't really an issue. Oh. Staying awake and staying attentive isn't really an issue. It's mainly the voice. It's mainly the voice. It was a couple of years ago. It was 2021. I think I did like 12 days of casting non-stop with like 2 casts a day. It was a really intense week. I'll always remember. And I remember day 9. I hit day number 9, and my voice was just, it was dying. I was out of it. And the secret to a well lubricated voice and throat, tea with honey. Oh, it's beautiful. And ever since, that's all I drink. for like events like this, you know, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. It helps. But enough about that, because spawning in the top left hand corner of Gresvan, we have the best player in all of Colombia, papi. We have representing Platinum Heroes, currently up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. Oh my god, it is eGGz. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Gresvan, we have his opponent. Oh, we have one of the best Zerg players in all of Latino America, representing the CranKy Ducklings and the land of Brazil. It is Erik. Here we go, mate. Here we go. Oh, eGGz this time, going for a hatch, pool, gas. Middle of the road here, pretty safe overall, to be honest. Erik goes for a pool gas opener, very aggressive, much more aggressive than last game. If you recall, last game he went for a 15 pool and went for a hatchery afterwards. So eGGz being a little bit more economic focused, Erik being a little bit more aggressive, and this, I feel, is going to work in favor of Erik overall. 6 things are going to be on the way with this faster gas. You can get to faster link speed, a Bailey Nest, or even a Roach Warren. Meanwhile, across the map, eGGz is still none the wiser as to what is going on, just droning. But he's going gasless again. It's a hatch pool opener, no gas. So once again, 2 games in a row, Erik is going to be going for queen production and a fast spine crawl. It feels like eGGz has done his homework. He has looked up his opponent, he has realized how aggressive Erik likes to be, and he wants to try and meet that and try and deal with that. There we go, spine crawlers on the way, lings are popping out as well for eGGz. And Erik sees the hatch first, so things are looking good to begin with, and then the lings are revealed and Erik realizes, oh, you did go for another defensive opener here, didn't you? So Erik is being forced back at home. He has queens. Defensively, he's going to be fine. eGGz is going for a much faster transition into these 2 gases, so he believes that Erik is going to be respecting him a little bit more and backing off and not really committing to any kind of big push. So double gases are being taken. Erik is going to have faster ling speed because he's mining gas, but he pulls out of gas immediately as well. Interesting. Very interesting. And is this going to get scouted? The ling dips into the main. Oh, the ling sees a ling speed on the way, but did not confirm whether more gas was being mined. So, not full information there from eGGz, but some of it nonetheless. Now we can get ready back at home defensively. The spine crawler hasn't moved down yet, which is a little bit concerning. Lings are flooding across the map, and there we go. eGGz is going to be repositioning that spine. Meanwhile, lings do slip into the main base as well. Going to be picking up some of these gas mining drones, disrupting the economy here of eGGz, which is pretty important. Oh, also dies on top of the queen. At the same time, Erik is hitting that front wall. The spine crawler just now, oh my god, just now burrowing, but he doesn't care about the spine. He wants the drones. He wants the drones, he wants the queens, he wants whatever he can get. Up. 4 drones in total going down. Not a bad start here for Erik. He does take a worker lead. Let me take this fight as well. Behind this, Erik is going for a second gas and a roach warren as well. No bailings. I love this kind of alternate solution here as well, and it really works out on Gressvan. We didn't really get to talk about it, but on this map specifically, you can see the entrance to the natural is far greater. It's so much more difficult to fully wall off, and Erik is taking full advantage of that by just going for all these ling floods, going for and just focusing on economic damage more than anything. Meanwhile, there we go, the wall is finally on the way. eGGz having enough gas to work on this. But the roaches of Erik have already arrived. Now revealing themselves, they're pushing out across the map. Ugh. The entrance to the natural is still very wide open. Lings are already working on the roach warren as well. And especially because of all the disrupted gas mining, because it was a gas-less opener as well, eGGz is going to have a hard time. He's got 4 queens, he's got that spine crawler, he's got a couple of lings. But he needs more. At the same time, he goes for run by, but oh, Erik, he was waiting for him, Papi. He was waiting. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. He's pushing on forward here. We do have a couple of biles landing on that spine. Transfuse is going to keep it alive. And we need more lings. Reinforcements are still coming across the map. Oh, the Ravager! The Ravager gets caught. Oh, a big pick off there for eGGz. Erik morphing in a couple more. Behind this, he is droning. He's transitioning. He's going to a much faster lair. Yo, he doesn't want to get done dirty. Not again. Not by the mutas. He is forcing a big reaction here. Investing only in lings. Roach warren getting lower and lower. But I love this, right? Erik, he isn't reinforcing with more roaches. Only minerals are being spent in this aggression as he gets ready for, I imagine, a Spire and a Muta switch. But we'll see, we'll see. Oof. Before that happens, we're just poking in once again, forcing another reaction. Trading well against the lings of eGGz. Speaking of mutas, there we go. Spire is on the way for eGGz. 2 base muta. It is a little bit faster. The lair of eGGz was faster as well. Erik's still a couple seconds behind with his own lair, but he is taking all 4 of his gases, and this is screaming Spire as well. We are getting into muta versus muta. There it is. La Espida is on the way. Oh boy. And a couple of things here, of course. Up. Oh, yo, can we get the can we get the roach one? That's one of the first questions here. It's getting so low. Do we have a transfuse? We do not. Roach speed is going to be denied here. Now, what's important is that eGGz has been forced to make more roaches, so he has been forced to spend his gas in a bit of a different direction here. Rebuild that roach warren, start working on +1 range. So even though eGGz is going to have the faster mutas, he's not going to have as much gas here, or we'll see how much gas he has to spend on this. He has 600 for the time being, about to have 700. 7 mutas will be on the way. At the same time, Erik dips into the main base, and he does confirm the Spire. There we go, 7 mutas in production. Erik will have enough resources for 7, even 8 of his own. We'll have that 1 additional muta available. Or he can go for some upgrades, whether it's like +1 air carapace or +1 flyer attack. Oh. We shall see. As Erik, only just now investing in 5 mutas, actually doesn't have the minerals for it. He's going for a faster third base, taking those gases as well. Can he hold on to it, though? That is the question. We need spores. We need queens. Mutas just rushing across the map. Going to be catching some of these overlords in the center. eGGz hard switching into a roach push, into a 1-1 timing. 7 mutas is all eGGz has to work with, and Erik has to be careful not to be baited in too hard here. He's working on +1 flyer attack, or +1 flyer carapace, sorry. Oh, and with these gases, it looks like Erik wants to go mass muta. And this is risky, because mutas can kill roaches, but roaches with a high enough number, can sometimes ignore them and keep pushing. We have corruptors on the way. Okay. eGGz, we're taking to the skies. We're going for that sky zerg. Alright, mutas are moving out. We're going to be able to catch some of these overlords. 1 goes down, maybe even a second as well. Erik now has the map control with the higher muta count. Lings are moving out as well. He is missing these roaches, though. I love it. eGGz just skirting the edge of the map, going across. Thankfully, Erik is keeping his ground army back at home, at least for the time being. And the mutas are going to try and find what they can. The corruptors have been revealed. Ooh, that Evo chamber taking a lot of hits. And Erik is not going to be at home. eGGz, this counterattack, this roach runby can do a lot of damage. Mutas coming back in. They want those Evo chambers. Here we go. The roaches reveal themselves. The queen back at home goes down. Oh, Erik going to try and respond here, but he's going to be losing some drones. Ooh. At the same time, I don't think this is a fight we want to really take. Yeah, another muta goes down. Ay, ay, ay. 12 drones. This could be game-ending damage, to be honest. 12 drones going down. Finally, the roaches get cleaned up. eGGz doing a great job of just sneaking those roaches across the map. To be fair, Erik already had a higher drone count, so he could afford to lose some drones, but he would have preferred not to. Here we go. Upgrade-wise, we have carapace. We have +1 melee on the way. I worry here that the roach count is going to get too high. We're going roach corruptor for eGGz. Very unorthodox composition, but it can work quite well. Mutas can have a really hard time killing a high amount of corruptors. Low amount is okay, but if the number gets too high, it can be too much. Before that happens, mutas dipping into the main base. Oh, the gas mining drones are going to be going down. 3 drones do fall as well as the gas guys. Meanwhile, the corruptors are going to try and punish this. It looks like 1 muta goes down. Ooh, only 1. And here come those roaches. What is our ground army? We don't have one. The mutas are being zoned away. Erik being caught with his pants down. The roaches are revealed. The mutas are trying to get here in time, but the corruptors are stopping them. There's nothing on the ground. Once again, the mineralized are under threat. At the same time, bathing run by, oh my god, 19 drones go down. Great counterattack. So eGGz is also going to be hurting a little bit, and as a result, Erik is still in this. He's going to be losing a lot more workers. Bear that in mind. Oh, but with the support of these spores, corruptors are going to be going down. Lings are coming out as well to try and reinforce as well, but roaches are in every single base. They're in the natural, they're in the main, they're in the third base. Looks like the natural has gone down. The main is being cleaned up, but the third, oh good. So many drones are falling. The mutas are doing what they can to trade as efficiently as possible. But after all said and done, it looks like even the third may fall. Erik does have a large muta count though. He's got 24 mutas, and he killed all the corruptors. So even though Erik he gets knocked down to one base, Erik does get knocked down to one base, but we have mutas. We can counterattack. And eGGz knows that. He's switching into hydras. We have spores on the way. We're making as many hydras as possible. We're making all of our queens as well. We're bringing them to the front lines. And Erik, he needs to try to find some damage here. He can, but he needs to find some game-ending damage. He goes straight for the main base. The spore is not yet done. The Hydra Den is a bit exposed. Not gonna lie. Here we go. Every single drone in the main is gonna be falling here. Doesn't go for the hydrogen. Oh, goes for the hydrogen, but there are just far too many of them. Let's back off. eGGz only up 6 drones. Bear that in mind. Erik trying to find another way in. Trying to do what he can. Rebuilding his hatcheries back at home. He's got his natural on the way. He's got his third on the way. He needs time right now, but unfortunately that Hydra count is getting higher and higher. Soon, eGGz will push out. Oh, but once again, we find a bit of a weak point in the armor here. 2 gas geysers go down. This will impact the overall Hydra count. Ooh, we trade a Hydra for a muta. Not a good trade here for Erik. Oh, he's coming back in. Up. Up. Oh my god, 1 muta, 1 queen goes down, 2, 3 queens, 4? Jesus, 4 queens, a gas geyser, a spore, a second gas geyser as well. Erik somehow, he just finds the damage. Oh my god, he's gonna come back in. And he just keeps getting the gas geysers, and the spores, and everything else. Oh, eGGz. The defense was looking strong to begin with. But the mutas, they find a way. They get 3 overlords as well. Another Hydra. Behind this, Erik is getting fully saturated. We do have a bit of a roach counterattack, but Lings are back at home to defend. There we go. Lings can respond. More mutas are on the way. Erik can be down 10 drones. He can be down 2 bases. But give the man some mutas. The mutas, sorry, the hydras are being split up right now, so ooh, we're looking a little bit vulnerable here. Oh, we do have Burrow coming into play though, so eGGz trading as efficiently as possible, keeping those roaches alive. Here we go. eGGz has consolidated his army. The army supplies are looking quite similar with each other. We need banelings. Oh, but the banelings are not going to finish. Oh boy, Erik is forced to fight. And it's going to be a rough one. The Lings come out just in time to reinforce. The banelings connect. Oh my god. I can't believe they finished. I actually can't believe they finished. Erik cleans up the army. Now he's even on bases. He's about to be ahead in workers. He's going across the map. How? How did Erik pull this off? He's doing it. He's winning right now. He's ahead. Oh my god. Heading towards the main base as well. Erik went for one big push and it just fell on its face. So eGGz went for one big push. And it fell on its face. The gas guys is being focused down one after the other once again. And unfortunately, the reality is that these Hydras just aren't as mobile. They're having a really hard time keeping up. We do have another Roach counterattack, but Lings are back at home to defend. They borrow, but we have detection. Oh. Meanwhile, once again, more gas guys being picked off. We're losing some mutas, but Erik has the greater economy right now. And even though we're getting a higher Hydra count, we're working on our Lings. I imagine we're going to be working on our banelings as well. The mutas, they can't be stopped, Papi. They can't be stopped. Oh, maybe a little bit ill-advised here. Ooh. Actually, no mutas went down. He got 4 more Hydras. Jesus Christ. And at this point, eGGz has finally realized what he's been missing this entire time, and that is Vipers. He's working on Infestation Pit. He's going to be working on a Hive as well, but I feel like this tech transition from eGGz is a little bit too late. Far too late. Bathing run by. We have bathing speed. Oh my god. Ooh. We're able to respond in time. Not too many workers go down, but the Spore did. And that's going to create an opening here for the mutas. Oh. He wanted the gas geyser, but if he finds some roaches as well, I'm sure he's happy with that. Another bathing run by being set up as well towards the south. I imagine soon to be a bathing run by. Mutas are dipping into the main base, and this is an important scout. They see the hive on the way. Oof. The hive, of course, will spell the end of the mutas with vipers. Boy, and we have the counterattacks being set up as well. We're actually going for lings, not banelings, and these lings are actually going to be able to find some damage. They go straight for the spores instead. Oh, the spores going down one after the other. The roach is being quite vulnerable as well. He's going for the hatchery. And in what? 3, 4, 5 volleys. eGGz, he gets knocked down to 2 bases. Oh. There are no spores in the main. We may have a hive, but the hive, it's going to get focused down. eGGz is going all in. He's had enough once again. Hydras are being sent across the map. They're catching some reinforcements. We give up on the hive. We're going back home. Erik is racing back home. The 4th base is going to get denied, but we don't care about the 4th because eGGz is only on 2 bases. We care about the natural. But there just aren't enough Hydras here, to be honest. We just have far too many mutas. Erik, he can clean this up. Not without losing a lot of drones, though, to be fair. No, no, no. The Mailings! No! There's nowhere to go. Oh. The Bailings find their connections. Oh, we need some detection here. eGGz, now he's trying to put Erik on the back foot. He's still not done. It's not over. Oof. Here we go. We have a counterattack here on the fresh mining base on the 3rd of Erik, and he's gonna be losing his 3rd again. Yeah, he cannot hold on to it. Oh, he's trying to take another expansion here, but the roaches... Oh, can we cancel? We do cancel in time. Oh, the detection is having a hard time keeping up. And Erik may regret the fact that he did not kill this hive. Vipers are coming out. We have 1 Viper. We're about to have a 2nd Viper. Those who don't know, parasitic bombs, they annihilate mutas. You have to be very quick to split, very quick to react. You don't, the mutas will just evaporate. There we go, the Viper's just gathering more and more energy. Now the problem is, we have Vipers. That was the last Hydra. There's the parasite bomb. Oh, we have the split anyway. That doesn't even matter. Here we go. The mutas, they dive on in. GG gets called. And Erik somehow claws his way back in and takes game number 2. Oh my god. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. GG. Vámonos, papi, vámonos. My heart, papi, my heart. Welcome to ESL Americas, where it's all crazy, papi. It's all crazy. Yo, let's go. We just got an update though. Matt getting ready for his own series. We're still here in the middle of ours. Erik versus eGGz going all the way to the ace match, all the way to game number 3. Catching up in the chat. Oh boy, let's go, Bobby. Let's go. For those wondering, I also love that we're joined by some of the other Spanish cast or other language casters. We have Horace in Spanish, we have Cosmos in Brazilian, and of course ourselves in English. We know what's up. We know what we want to see. We want to see the ace match between eGGz and Erik. Hyper aggression from both players. Erik bringing it back in the end with the mass muta, with his finesse with his micro, being able to pull eGGz apart, and maybe eGGz becoming a little bit too frustrated at a certain point and moving out across the map. A little bit ill-advised, but regardless, we're getting into game numero 3. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the best player in all of Colombia, papi, representing Platinum Heroes. It is eGGz. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have his opponent. We have one of our own, one of the CranKy Ducklings. He needs your love. He needs your support. He needs your copy pastas in the chat. The Brazilian Zerg, Erik. I need to find it. Hold on. I'm looking for the copy pasta, papi. It's in our Discord. It's in our Discord. For those who may not know, we have a copy pasta for every single one of our Ducklings in Mario's Junction. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Un momento, un momento. I know things are going on. Oh no, I can't find it. No. We do have once again the hatch pool opener here from eGGz. So game after game after game, he has gone for the same thing. It is a gasless, safe opener here against Erik, time and time again. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. I found it. Okay. What does Erik mean? Erik stands for endurance, righteousness, intellect, kangaroo. The F in Erik stands for fear. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go, puppy. Let's go. Okay. So from here, we have a standard opener from Erik. Doesn't happen too often, mate. But we do have a hatch gas pool. Queens are on the way. Lings as well. We are droning. And I appreciate this just because I feel like this is a decent way to punish eGGz for his build, but as we can see, when his overlords confirm the hatch first, he goes straight into his double gas. He's not wasting too much time here, delaying it too further. It is something that he's working towards. So eGGz clearly has the ability to adapt this build and adapt this opener on the fly to whenever he does need to take those gases. Doesn't over-invest in defense, didn't make a spine crawler either. So very nicely done. Meanwhile, across the map, we're just droning here overall, pulling out of gas as well. We're not really too focused on it. And we may be calming down and getting into a more regular game, despite how hyper-aggressive Game 1 and Game 2 have been. As I say that, we have a second gas. I spoke too soon, papi. Looking at the Visionary of eGGz, he did miss that second gas geyser. This is a very fast, by the way, for Erik, and this could mean a multitude of things. This could be for a roach timing. This could be for a fast lair as well. And here we go. eGGz going for his own hidden Evo chamber. Is he going to go for a Ling Flood? This is looking like +1 melee. Uh-oh. I would be concerned here because Erik has been skipping out on his baleen nests. He does have his SimCity set up to try and wall off at the natural, but show us the, yep, there it is. +1 melee. eGGz is going for a Ling Flood. Erik is none the wiser. He doesn't have a baleen nest, which is usually how you shut down these kind of builds, these kind of rushes. He will have roaches, but he needs to wall off here at his natural. He needs to be defensive overall. If he moves out with his roaches, then he is going to lose everything. And here we go. eGGz doing a great job at denying any kind of scouting here. He's throwing down his wall, throwing down that Roach Warren and Evo Chamber. Oh, and I worry here because Erik is going for a Roach Ling push. And he's going to run into a wave of Lings. Not just any Lings, +1 melee Lings. Oh boy. We have a third base behind this. Erik getting ready to transition and get into his economy. eGGz is going into a 2-base lair once again. I imagine he's going to be going into Mutas after this, if the game doesn't end. But look at all these Lings. Oh boy. And the Ling's going to be hitting down, or trying to break down this front wall. The wall is a wall, by the way. eGGz fully walling off, not allowing anything to make it through. And the Roach Warren is going to go down, but honestly, we don't really care about the Roach Warren. Like eGGz, he's looking into Mutas, he's looking into Lings. Roaches are not really too important for him. The Roach Warren is going to go down, and here we go. The links have been revealed. Oh, and now Erik has to react as quickly as possible. This entire army is going to go down, but we need to wall off. There we go. We have the full wall back at home. The third base is cancelled. We need roaches. We need spine crawlers. We need everything we can make. The Lings of Eggs get across the map, but there's not really much here to defend whatsoever. Roaches are on the way. The Evo Chamber wall is under threat. Can we get a cancel? Up! Ooh, it's a kill, not a cancel. Roaches are arriving, but this wall is getting weaker and weaker. Yeah, we need a secondary wall behind it. Ooh. Erik doesn't go for it quite yet, and this is what we were talking about. We have the lair, we have the spire on the way. Erik going for a ninja base. He's crazy. Oh, but the wall has been broken, and these +1 melee Lings are designed to chunk through roaches. And Erik, he fought his heart out here. He fought back in game 2, but here in game number 3, things are not looking so good for him. He does clean up the army. We have a lair, but Eggs already has his spire. And we know how that goes here in ZvZ. Like, the spire, the mutas just give you so much control. Oof, and that was a kill, not a cancel on the ninja base as well. Ay, ay, ay. What can we do from here? Erik, just not much of an economy to speak of. I mean, he's on 2 base economy, sure, but there it is. Hydrogen is on the way. Erik is confirming the gases. He does see that with these 2 additional gases being taken, and with no third base, it has to be mutas. How the turns do table, it's going to be Erik with the mutas and Eggs with the hydras. But can he survive long enough to actually make any hydras is the question. Mutas are rushing across the map as we speak. Oh no. And Erik was in the middle of moving out as well. I think this is intentional. I think he just wants to try and buy time. Nah, yeah, he has to turn back around. Oh. Lings, get us around. All these roaches will fall. And that means that it's not just the mutas that we have to be worried about. Now it's also the Lings. Oh. Hydras are on the way. Egg still doesn't quite have the drone count that he would like to have right now, but he has the map control and that's all he cares about. Roach Warren will be going down. And Erik, he's doing a decent job at just fortifying his position here, but oh, no creep connecting the bases. Oh. Hydra's gonna have a hard time keeping up. 1 Hydra goes down. As the mutas get map control. No, there are no spores! Oh my god. Erik being punished for the lack of spores. Lings sip into the natural base as well. There is a spore in the natural at least. But the mutas dive onto the queen. Mate, you thought you saw some sick muta dives from Erik in game 2. Ah, mate, Eggs wants to try and replicate that. We have our third on the way. We are re-droning, resaturating our bases. And Erik just has to turtle. That's the only answer right now. He just has to get spores, get spines, turtle up on 2 bases, slowly take a third. Oh. But it's going to be so difficult to pull that off. More drones going down. Erik doing a decent job at splitting up his hydras to keep up with, you know, all the harassment. Don't get me wrong. And it looks like, yeah, Erik's going all in. I was like, mate, Erik isn't re-droning. Oh, that's why. That's why, Bobby. He's just sending everything across the map. And this would be good if he wasn't up against +1 melee Lings. That's the thing. Like, we still have a pretty threatening ground army as well. +2 carapaces on the horizon, but it's not done yet. Erik has to be very careful with his army positioning. He cannot allow himself to be surrounded. Here we go. He goes for the fight. But the mutas, there are just too many of them. The hydras go down, and Eggs is going to take this game. He is going to be looking to move on to a qualifying match. The roaches do what they can. Oh. But the army crumbles. And yeah, that was the moment. That was it. That was Erik's opportunity. back at home. We're getting spores. We're fueled by the copium. we are fueled by the copium. We got infestors on the way. That would have been great earlier. They are on the way for those fungals. Ugh. But eGGz, he knows how far ahead he is. He wants to end the game. Banelings are being morphed in. And this baneling push, it's there's nothing to stop it. There are no roaches. They're waddling into the mineral line. Ugh, they're going to be able to connect with every single one of these drones. The Hydras as well. Everything goes down. GG gets called, and eGGz takes the series 2-1 and makes it to that qualifying match. Ugh. GG, well played. Congratulations to eGGz. Congratulations on taking the series and moving on. Whew. My heart goes out to Erik, but it is double elimination. Oh. It is a double elim tournament. Erik is still in this. Oh. I found myself in another series. Okay, let's go, Poppy. Let's go.